Hello, my warriors of light and love. It's Heart Song, and I'm here to give you guys another spiritual message about what is really going on in our world right now. And this is going to be partly a continuation and follow-up to the COVID equals the Great Spiritual Awakening and Great Healing video that I made. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and if you guys felt like you were led here to this video, please do share and like the video. Also feel free to subscribe and help me to build this channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. So I left off about talking about anchoring of the light and what's going on right now with the virus and everything that's going on the planet. It's really there are gateways that are starting to open right now, and there's a lot of light being poured down upon this earthly realm. And here it is, the 3rd of April. And tomorrow's going to be the 4th, and that is triggering a gateway, because it is going to be 4-4, and with 2020 equals 4, so 4-4-4. So that is a very special gateway that's being opened, and a lot of light and a lot of love is being poured upon us right now. Not only due to that gateway, but just in general, because of the great healing that's happening, because it's necessary, because it needs to happen with everything that's going on. And with this healing, and with all the love and all the light that's being poured down upon us, it is natural that a great awakening is happening. This is not just about the virus. It's more about us being awakened as a people to our true spiritual paths and our true spiritual purpose. Why we've really come here, why we've chosen to reincarnate in this lifetime. And so it's a very special time with everything that's going on right now. So it's not something to be taken lightly in that respect, but it is a time to be lighthearted, if that makes any sense, because of the heaviness of everything else that's going on just here in the earthly plane. It's important to stay balanced in our emotions, and just to take care of ourselves physically the best that we can, and just to be good to ourselves, and to be good to each other, to be loving to each other, and to be patient in a very trying time with everything that's going on. So this gateway that's opening tomorrow signifies even greater change on a spiritual level for all of us, but specifically the light workers. We're really being called to anchor this light, because this is a time, this is a very special time. We're being called, all of us being called. It's like a call to arms, but we're being called to the very front lines of a spiritual, age-old spiritual battle that's gone on and for a very, very long time, something that's as old as time itself. And it's something that's probably always going to be. And what's being waged against us is nothing short of spiritual warfare. But I digress. This gateway that's opening is flooding the earthly plane from the heavenly plane with so much light and love, so much healing, that is really helping to propel us into this next cycle, this next phase of kind of what we're really supposed to be doing in our lives. So there's a massive amount of change that's happening for everybody involved. But specifically, again, light workers were being really pressed to really harness harness our power and focus in and really push forward to what we're supposed to really be doing here in our true spiritual path. So if it's whatever it is, whatever we are doing or feel like we should be doing, we are being pressed to do more of that. And light workers, we're all healers. We're all healers in different facets. Some are just, some are energy workers. They work with the very kundalini and the energy centers, the chakras of the body. Some are healers in different respects, in different ways. Some are hands-on healers, Reiki, whatever it is that you do or are called to do. You're really going to feel pressed to do that even more. And if you're not doing it at all, that's something you're going to be awakened to. It's something that's going to be showing up in your dreams. You're going to start to see a lot more synchronicity in your lives. So it's different. It's different for everybody, and it's very personal. And for me, that's why I'm doing these videos. This is what I'm being pressed to do. I'm being pushed to talk to all of you guys out there about just spiritual matters and in general, but just about where things are headed. And with all this light and everything that's coming down and whatnot, this is a great opportunity, not just for the light workers, but as a people collectively. It's a great opportunity for all of us to come together and be able to change things, to really enact some real positive change. Not just for our generations, but for future generations, for our children, for our families, for the long term. This is something, when these gateways open and just when these things happen in general, like a crisis, like we're going through, it's a unique opportunity for all of us to be able to enact some really great positive changes in our lives, not only personally, but collectively and on a grand scale. The earth will never be the same, the earthly plane. And what we're really doing, guys, by anchoring this very heavenly light, is we are ushering in the new heaven on earth. Some of you might have heard that concept before or heard that before. I know Eckhart Tolle, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I know he has his book called A New Heaven on Earth, and the messages that I've gotten over the years very strongly have been they've just talked to me. My guides, my angels have talked to me immensely about the new heaven on earth, and that's what the light workers are here doing. They're anchoring that very unconditional love, that light and that love for all of humanity. And they're anchoring that by holding that high vibration within themselves. And that is what a lot of the great spiritual teachers and leaders and prophets have done over the years and in our time. That's what they were doing. They were anchoring that high vibrational energy. And unconditional love is one of the highest octaves of that vibrational energy that one can hold within themselves. And to do that in this third dimensional plane of existence that we're in, to do that within this third dimensional heavy, dense body, electromagnetic body, is extremely challenging to hold that high vibration field here and anchor that here. That's why it's called anchoring, because you're bringing it in from around you. You're bringing it in from around you, and you're taking it in within you, and you're holding it. So that you start to vibrate at that same level. You start to vibrate at that high level. And when we do that, we're transformed. Our bodies are literally transformed. We are enlightened. We are lightened. We are literally lighter. we feel lighter. We are more in the flow of why we have truly come here. We are more in that very special flow, which is joy, bliss, ecstasy, the natural order of all of creation. And all of creation follows that very order of source, because all of creation is in alignment with source, because the grand creator, the divine creator, is unconditional love, and that very force has been instilled in everything you see. That's the beauty of the earthly plane. Now society, and the world that we live in, right, the construct, the matrix that has been created around us is not really of the creator per se. The creator created this beautiful paradise for us to live in, but man has come and created something else, has created a vast deviation from that, and with that comes a heavier vibration. And in general, this earthly plane holds a vibration, and that vibration is a 666 vibration. Now, you've probably heard that number before. It is an angel number. There are all the angel numbers, 111 all the way through 999. Well, 666 just represents the earthly plane and the vibration of a very dense electromagnetic vibrational energy field, which we are in, and whatnot. But people who worship that energy, and that energy only, worship the very just that earthly plane and everything that comes with it. So the material world, they worship the material plane, the material world, and everything that comes with that. And that's all, though. That's all they see, that's all they embody, and that's all they live for. And that's it. With this 444 that's happening, that is a very divine number and a very divine energy. It's the next step after 333, and 3 is the Trinity. 3 is the Trinity. 3 is the body, the mind, and the soul. So when we are balanced in the body, mind, and soul, spirit, we are able to ascend and connect with the divine, which is the fourth, right? The fourth dimension, if you will, the fourth stage. So when we connect with the divine, we are able to anchor that heavenly energy down within us, and have that uplift us and inspire us and heal us, and it gives us the power to be connected with Source. It gives us that power. It guides us. It helps us to remember who we really are, because when we come here, we're born. We forget. We forget. Who we really are. We forget our true self, and the true self is the divine self. And it's hard to connect with our divine purpose, our true purpose, and the true self here if we are just living here in the earthly plane, this earthly realm, too much. So there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance between the body, the mind, and the spirit to connect to the divine. So tomorrow, the 444 gateway is going to be open, and it's a great day to get in touch again with who you really are and why you've really come here. So that's why partly I'm making this video, also, as partly as a follow-up to the last video I made, but I just want to remind everybody that that's why we're really here. We are very blessed. We're very special, very guided people, and very protected right now, more than ever. And it's easy to lose sight of that through this crisis that's happening. And I mentioned in the other video that the politicians, the elite, the globalists, whatever you want to call them, whatever box you want to put them in, they're always going to find their opportunities in a crisis such as this. And they have their own agendas. And they are definitely implementing these agendas. They are not going to allow this to go to waste. They're going to do what they are going to do, and they're always going to do it. So, but we have the opportunity to do the same thing, to take this supposed crisis and use it to our advantage, and really get in touch with spirit, and get in touch with our guides, and get in touch with who we really are as spiritual beings, having a human experience, because that's what we are. We are spiritual people first and foremost. They do not want us to remember that. They do not want us to remember who we are. They don't want us to remember why we're really here. And the reason for that is quite simply, they do not want us to identify with our true power, because that's true power, guys. That's true power. Having the unconditional love of the Creator within our hearts, within our bodies, anchoring that very sacred light, holding that within us, and empowering ourselves to then in turn empower others. That's the great work, and they do not want us to do that. They don't want us to be able to empower ourselves and enlighten ourselves and be an awakened people. They don't want a educated and enlightened and awakened and an empowered people. That is not what they want. That in an awakened and empowered people are not able to be controlled. So they want the opposite of that, and they always will want that. And that's really what this virus is about, guys. It's less about the virus, and it's more about fear. Fear is the real virus, and it is about control, dividing us, conquering us, manipulation, and they're always going to, they're always going to seek opportunities through crisis, while we can seek our own opportunities through this supposed crisis, and take the opportunity to grow spiritually as people, and connect with each other on those levels that they don't want, and they don't want it for a very good reason. And I'm not saying they're not all in the same boat. They're warring factions within amongst themselves, because they're very greedy, and very they have their own agendas, and they're trying to manipulate and take advantage of the very system that they've created to implement these agendas and whatnot. So but it's up to us to stay awakened, and be responsible for our own personal energies, and stay balanced, and stay healthy. And my heart really goes out to the families that have been really affected by this. I know a lot of you guys have been affected financially, and whatnot, and some of your families have been hit personally with this virus and whatnot. And there's been a lot of death around around the earth right now. So I know it's a trying time for everybody. But again, the truth is, we are all one people, and the truth is that this will pass. And just want to remind you guys of how beautiful you guys are, how wonderful, how special we are as a people, and how gifted that we all are, how blessed, we are to be here in a time of such great change, and the opportunity that it really does bring us all to be connected and to grow as a people, because I know in the end that we are, everything happens for a good reason, and I know that the one God has his hand on all of this, and that we will be a stronger, more unified people in the end. So, and of course, you know, logistically, hopefully better prepared for something like this in the future. You know, so I know that in my heart, and again, my heart goes out to those who have been really, really affected by this, and whatnot. So, but regardless, guys, this is a very, very beautiful time. This is a very beautiful time. It's a very special time and a grand opportunity to seize for ourselves, so that we can grow from this and really, really prosper as a people and become closer as a family. You know, closer with ourselves, closer with our families, closer with our community, closer as a state, and closer as a country and as a world. We have that opportunity to do that and to enact real positive change for our children and our children's children and their children's children. Because if we allow things, you know, if we allow the powers that be to keep doing what they're doing, it is going to be their agenda that we see come to fruition. And it is all about enslavement, guys. It is all about manipulation, conquering, divide, and control. So, and it always will be. But again, the angels sing. The angels sing, and they bless us with their unconditional love. And again, the light just pours down upon us, guys. We have this beautiful opportunity to change things for the better. So I really encourage you guys to you know, go within, meditate, ask for guidance through your dreams, prayer, whatever it is that you do to get clarity on, you know, why you're really here and your true purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. Because again, this is a powerful opportunity that we have. And when these gateways open, it's a very special and unique opportunity to get even more clarity, to get more of that unconditional love, that very high vibrational octave, and to anchor that within, because it's very freeing, it's very enlightening, and you may get some very powerful messages about who you really are, why you're really here, and what you're really supposed to be doing at this time and in the future. And there's just a massive amount of change available, positive change available for all of us. And, you know, you're going to see all kinds of change. People are going to be changing occupations, and, you know, a lot of people's jobs just ended, right? They ended, businesses closed and whatnot. It's a unique opportunity for people to, you know, start a home-based business, maybe start something they've always wanted to do. But I guarantee you, whatever you start, it's really going to be about helping others. You know, it really is, because that's the theme, guys. It's about all of us collectively, and unifying. And, you know, this is a unifying experience, and it's about us coming together as a spiritual people now and forever, and whatnot. So I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys for being here. And again, if you like, share, subscribe. Really appreciate it. And all the best, guys. All the best. Light and love. My spiritual warriors, keep up the great work. Keep up the great work, because that's why we're here. We're here to really facilitate this great awakening. And with great awakening comes great healing. Thanks, guys.